Today, I'm going to be talking about Google updates and what's going on and what you can expect, etc., etc. So, there's been quite a lot of updates recently, but if you actually look in 2023, they had way less updates compared to 2022. 2021 had many more as well. And I think what they actually learned was from these years is that people just panic too much every time they say update. So they probably made changes, or they kind of consolidated a lot of these updates. Consolidated, sorry, I'm forgetting English, guys. And basically, yeah, did more things in one update, if that makes sense. So one of these updates, it looks like it's taking about 15 days on average, and it came out on the 14th of September. It's now the 24th of September, so this is about the kind of time that you would expect to start seeing actual impact on your website, if there was going to be any impact. So I'm going to show you my ChatGPT websites, and I'm going to show you that they're doing fine. But just quickly to mention a few things. What's going on with TwoMen? Basically, we came to an agreement with my boss, and I am going to be continuing doing SEO and e-commerce, like manager stuff for TwoMen. Going to be doing a little bit of stuff for iSuit, but I am moving away from Italy and I'm moving to Ireland. I'll talk about that more in the future as well, but I just wanted to mention that I am going to be continuing doing TwoMen. And this was really, really important to me because I absolutely love this website. Like, this is like my baby, and I'm really, really happy that I can continue kind of growing it just completely on my own. Now let's talk about what's been going on with TwoMen recently. It's been absolutely destroying it. It's doing so well. We're almost at an all-time high of clicks, although my all-time high is definitely skewed by my channel. Like, I think this was one of the days where I just had a video. I think I got 50,000, 60,000 views just on this day. So it's definitely skewed by that. But overall, TwoMen is doing incredibly well, and I'm super, super, super happy with the results here. And this is also some backlinks from Craft as well. It's not purely my content anymore. They are adding backlinks. But you can see that we're currently sitting at about 8.6 thousand impressions and 220 clicks every single day. The update has done absolutely nothing for us. In fact, it's improved a lot of our pages. And if we go on Ahrefs instead, you can see this beautiful curve right here, which just looks really, really nice. So yeah, in terms of this update on TwoMen, it's only done positive things. And the reason for that is because the content that I make with ChatGPT is not low quality content. Okay, it's actually pretty good quality content. So let's put this on most recent date, and we'll do it by clicks, and I'll show you an example of some of these high quality articles that I've created. Now, I have shown people how to do these, and a lot of these articles are quite old now. So this was made in December 2022, so it's had a good amount of time to get a good amount of authority. And this one, actually, interestingly, I've done a picture like this instead of embedding the products, although I've done both actually. So yeah, this is an example, okay? It's got a list, it's got internal links to all the brands, it's got internal links to all the brands plus product specific pages, so Cesare Tellini codes, Kiton codes. It's got these embeds, and you can just see this is the kind of stuff that Google likes. They don't like just pure text, okay? So this is one mistake that a lot of people are making, and if you are seeing a decrease in traffic right now, it's almost definitely because your blog posts are not high quality enough. Now, someone commented on my channel when I said that the SGE update was going to affect people badly who had made bad content with ChatGPT, and they said, of course it is, because you've been teaching people how to create spammy content. I disagree with that. I have not been teaching people how to make spammy content. And I've done a lot of calls recently with my viewers, and I've seen a lot of people who just do text. Walls of text are not going to rank on Google. If you make if you watch my videos and then you make a wall of text article, you're not watching my videos properly, okay? All I ever do is talk about having lists, having plugins, having CTAs, having pictures, embedding products, all that good stuff. This is what Google loves this article, okay? It's an old aged article now, so that's really, really good. But also it's just a high quality article with a lot of HTML for them to read. So let's look at another one. This is also written by ChatGPT, exact same concept. It's an old older article. It's just got any of the brands that we sell suits for. Okay, these aren't suits. I should change this. I will change that. And yeah, it's the exact same thing. Okay, just a listicle article. I don't even think there's a list here though. Yeah, there's no list in this article. It's just the embedded products. I've seen a lot of walls of text that just do not work. Now let's talk about another website that you guys will definitely remember, which is Tiny Home Hub. Same thing. I'm experiencing growth, if anything. Obviously, Friday wasn't quite as good, but 712 impressions is still pretty good. Clicks are kind of floating around. Like, I don't really look at clicks. People can agree or disagree with that. I don't really care. I personally don't really look at clicks until you're getting 100 clicks or 200 clicks a day. Before that, I just don't really think it's worth it. So this content, again, super interesting. What's actually ranking here? This is an article that was made by Koala AI. And a lot of these are just ChatGPT pages that I personally made by hand, in inverted commas. So it's kind of weird to say by hand when it was ChatGPT, but it's like semi-manual work is what I'm talking about here. Seems like something's happened here, so I'll have to look at that. Yeah, again, you can see it's the same kind of concept. It's got featured image, title with HTML. Bit of text. Sorry about all the ads and the affiliate thing here. I don't really care about the UI of the website, to be fair. And then we have a graph that was made by ChatGPT. And then we have a simple breakdown of everything in a list, HTML, list, references. Okay? It's that simple. Honestly, this is just the kind of thing we have to do. And then the final type of article is something like House on Stilts. This is made by Article Fiesta, and it's just a very simple article. But what Article Fiesta does as well is it does images, it does tables, it does lists. It follows the same logic. It just makes things a little bit easier. And I do recommend picking up some kind of automated auto blogger and doing one article a day. I like Article Fiesta, but you can use whichever one you want. Again, this website is doing absolutely fine. I'm not experiencing any downward trend or anything like that. And all of this content, every single word on both of these websites was written by ChatGPT. There are some things on TwoMen that were handwritten originally by me, maybe 4 or 5 blog posts. Everything else is ChatGPT content. Last thing I want to show people quickly is something I've been experimenting with in the last few days, and I basically added every single possible language to TwoMen just to see the results, just using automated translation. This is a question that a lot of people have. Does Google Translate or do Google Translate kind of plugins on WordPress and Shopify, do they actually work, and do they add traffic, and do they add value? Seems to me like they work. I think it's going to be a slow process. It's going to take quite a long time for it to actually have any effect. But you can see there are some that's already getting traffic. This is one that's been on the website for a while. German has also been on the website for a while, but it gets 8 clicks, 528 impressions. That's super useful for us. And this is just an amazing keyword. This means on sale, I'm pretty sure. So again, this is all related to quality. You can see it says released December 2023 helpful content update. The helpful content update aims to better reward content where visitors feel they've had a satisfying experience, while content that doesn't meet a visitor's expectations won't perform as well. Just think about it logically. Nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to read a 5,000-word ChatGPT generated article that is literally just text. I am truly starting to believe that a 500-word article, except in certain niches and certain topics, is going to rank better than a 5,000-word article, as long as you have like some kind of infographic, table, text, lists, all that good stuff. And I think this is probably one of the most important paragraphs in the entire thing. So let's read this one just before as well. The system generates a site-wide signal that we consider among many other signals for use in Google search. The system automatically identifies content that seems to have little value, low added value, or is otherwise not particularly helpful to people. Any content, not just unhelpful content, on sites determined to have relatively high amounts of unhelpful content overall is less likely to perform well in search, assuming there is other content elsewhere from the web that's better to display. For this reason, removing unhelpful content could help the rankings of your other content. So this seems to answer a question that a lot of people have, and I did an experiment with Ducas, but for some reason it got, I don't know why, but the Search Console is no longer verified. I didn't change anything, which is kind of weird. So I'll get Ducas back on when I can, but basically, a lot of people are asking if my blog posts aren't getting indexed because Google has said they're low quality, can I take them off and then maybe re-index them later after I've improved their quality? And it seems like you can from what you can see here, if you read this right here. So also, this kind of answers my theory and proves my theory that when I added 17 blog posts to TwoMen, it actually affected the entire website's SEO. So I did this probably like around here is when I did it. I think it was around April. And it just suddenly just got absolutely destroyed. And I didn't know why, and I didn't check for ages, but around, I can't remember when I did this as well, but it was probably around here or something. I basically de-indexed or put to draft all of those articles that I produced. There were 32 articles that weren't indexed. If you want to know how to find out if your stuff is indexed or not, by the way, I will quickly show you. Let me just change this to English. I basically put them all in draft and then just ignored those pages. I got some of them re-indexed, but not really. So what you can do is you click on pages on Google Search Console, you scroll down, and you look for something that is like this: crawled, currently not indexed. That's one. And then the other one is discovered, currently not indexed. If you click here and you see any important pages here, like these are all important pages for me, but there's no blogs here, luckily, then basically what that means is Google is not indexing your content properly, and you should see if all your blog posts are getting indexed. Another thing you can do is you can take the URL of the blog post and put it here. Let's say you've released 10 articles recently and none of them are getting impressions. You should check all 10 of those because they may be dragging down the rest of your website as well. Anyway, that's how I would currently do everything to do with this update. I'm not really worried about it at all because I know that my content is good. I really, really hope people are making good content with my methods. I really hope people aren't just going and generating ChatGPT articles that have 2,000 words and have no lists, no tables, no images, nothing like that. I've never taught that. I never will. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon with some more content. Peace out.